Thank you for volunteering to keep Nashville green and healthy. This how-to tree planting video is for community volunteer tree planting projects. Learn how to use tools safely. A shovel lying on the ground is a trip hazard. To prevent accidents, slice the sharp edge into the ground for it to stand up. For the mattock or pickaxe, alert everyone loudly, including those behind you, before use. Also, gently turning in a circle with the tool in your hand will help get your team members' attention. When using, let the weight of this tool do the work by falling to the ground, not your arms and back. Take a wide leg stance when using a pickaxe. First, we are going to review the guidelines for planting a bald and burlapped tree. Using the shovel handle as a tool, measure the size of root ball and the depth and width of the hole and grade level. The grade level is the top of the ground before any digging has occurred. Dig the hole twice the width of the root ball with gentle sloping sides. If dug wider, over time the tree may lean. Use your shovel to break up any glazed-looking dirt on the side of the hole, as this may prevent the roots from penetrating out into the ground. Identify the root collar where the trunk flare and the roots meet. In the process of digging the tree at the nursery, the digging machine may have pushed the dirt up the trunk above the root collar. This dirt will need to be gently pushed back or removed to expose the root collar. This is a very important step for the future health of the tree. Dig the hole next to the root ball. First, remove the top grass and keep it in an orderly pile. You may use an empty mulch bag or any plastic cover to serve as a temporary tarp to place removed grass and dirt on. Using the shovel handle to measure, dig the hole about 2 inches less than the height of the root ball. The root collar is to be planted 2 inches above grade level. Over time, the planted tree will settle down slightly in the hole. This is another very important step, as the roots need to breathe, and if planted too deeply, they may suffocate. Also, keep the dirt in an orderly pile, or filling the hole back up will be a challenge. There is a good chance that you may encounter limestone rock. For small pieces, pick them out and they can be placed at the base of the tree when it is planted and out of the way of the lawnmower. If there is a lot of rock or large rocks, move the hole over a foot or two. Note that the planting area has been cleared for underground utilities, so you do not want to move the hole too far from the original site. Also, always note and avoid planting under overhead utility lines. Before the tree is raised and the branches are out of reach, remove all twine and tags. You may choose to leave on the tree name tag. Please leave on any Root Nashville Tree Canopy Campaign tag. Root Nashville is a county-wide effort to plant 500,000 trees by 2050. The trees you plant in a community event will be mapped and counted towards this goal. If you plant a tree in your yard, please go to rootnashville.org and map your tree to be counted as well. Gently roll the tree into the hole. Do not attempt to pick it up by the trunk, as this will cause roots to break and you may injure your back. Is it straight? Have a volunteer team member view the tree from a distance and on many sides to make sure it is set straight. Next, remove the nails holding the burlap together and dispose of them properly. Roll the burlap down at least 2/3 from the top of the root ball, cutting off as much of the fabric as you can. Do not remove it from the bottom of the tree, as this may cause the root ball to crumble. Also, removing the burlap before the tree goes in the hole creates the potential for the roots to dry out. Most burlap used today is made from natural fibers, not synthetic, and will biodegrade over time. Remove any binding or plastic twine. If there is a wire basket, bend it out flat at least 2/3 down from the top of the root ball. Tree roots grow in about the top 18 inch of the soil, and the burlap and wire basket will be below the root zone. Filling the hole. Fill around the root ball with the broken up soil you removed. Gently fill and pack, not stomp, the soil until the hole is filled. The shovel can be used to break up any clods of dirt. The tree collar should be about 2 inches above grade. Do not amend the soil with fertilizer or compost. This can cause the roots to circle and stay in the amended area and not get established in the ground. This is known as the bathtub effect. Once the dirt has been filled in, lay the sod upside down in a circle around the tree at the edge of the root ball. This will create a moat and will help keep the water from flowing away from the tree. Next, remove any tree trunk fabric or paper wrapping. It is only there to protect the trunk during transportation. Keeping it on creates a moist environment where diseases and insects can live on the trunk. Mulch around the base of the tree without letting it touch the trunk, about 2 to 3 inches deep. Mulch holds moisture and can cause diseases, mold, and insect issues if left touching the tree trunk. For planting a container-grown tree, follow the overall guidelines for the bald and burlapped tree. To remove the tree from a container, gently lay the tree on its side and put pressure on the container to loosen the roots so the tree will slide out easily. If there are a lot of roots, this will be a challenge. Using your foot to stomp on the container may help to accomplish this task. If the container is not too heavy, tilt it upside down and at an angle and jerk the tree loose. Or simply cut the plastic container off. The roots may be growing in a circular direction, and it is very important to redirect them. Otherwise, the roots will continue in this pattern and not grow into the ground. Both the side and bottom roots need to be pulled out of their matted mess and redirected outward. You may have to be tenacious, so use your shovel, pick, and hands. All of the hard work of planting a tree will be for naught unless the tree is properly watered. Deep watering at planting is important to help bond the root ball soil with the soil of its new home. With either a hose or a 5-gallon bucket, water should be applied slowly and methodically on all sides of the trunk. This helps the water penetrate into the soil to the bottom of the newly planted root ball and not flow away from the tree. It will take 2 buckets of water using the 5-gallon buckets. The tree will then need to be watered, enough to keep it moist but not soggy, during the growing months for 3 years. After that, trees need to be monitored and watered during times of drought. Project coordinators will have planned for the future watering of the trees you planted. Thank you for your interest in trees and happy planting!